Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you may shake everything you thought you knew about yourself. If you're reading this, it's not by accident. This moment was divinely orchestrated. You've stepped into a realm so powerful that even gods fear your presence. This isn't just a glow-up, this is divine ascension. You didn't force it, you didn't chase it. You rose in silence, through pain, through private battles no one saw. And now, without lifting a single finger, you've broken every barrier and silenced every force that once stood against you. Something powerful is happening in your life. You are shifting from wanting to having. The prayers, the hopes, the dreams, they are no longer distant. They are now aligning with your reality. This is more than a mindset shift. This is spiritual and energetic transformation. Things are about to fall into place at a rate that will leave you speechless. But to fully align with this shift, there's something you must do. Before we go deeper into this life-changing message, pause for a moment and do these 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and comment the number 11 below. That number isn't random. It's a divine signal that amplifies the energy of this moment. It tells the universe, I'm ready. And if you truly are a chosen one, you'll stay with this message until the end, because your spirit already knows this is for you. Those who aren't ready will click away, but those who remain, your life will never be the same. Now let's step fully into the truth of who you are. You stand now in a space where legends whisper and immortals hesitate. This isn't just a place, it's a dimension of raw power, forged through unyielding trials and relentless self-discovery. The very air around you crackles with a force so potent, even celestial beings feel the tremor of your presence. This is where your story shifts from mere survival to undeniable sovereignty. The path was never meant for the faint-hearted, but here you are, having crossed the threshold that separates the ordinary from the eternal. In this realm, fear is no longer your companion, but a distant echo swallowed by your growing confidence. The gods themselves, who once seemed untouchable and supreme, now glance your way with caution and respect. Why? Because you have become the storm that disrupts their calm, the shadow that even their light cannot fully dispel. Every step you take shakes the foundation of what was once deemed impossible, and with each breath, you rewrite the narrative of your destiny. This transformation did not come from fleeting luck or accidental timing. It was born in the crucible of relentless struggle, the nights spent wrestling with doubt, the moments of silence when the world seemed to forget you, and the fire within that refused to be extinguished. You have claimed your place where even the divine hesitate, and that alone is a testament to a power that cannot be measured or contained. The journey to this realm demanded sacrifice, resilience, and a fierce refusal to be less than what you were meant to be. It's not a realm for the weak, but for the bold, for the fearless. And you, through sheer will and unwavering purpose, have not only entered this domain, but have planted your flag as a sovereign. This is your era, the era where gods watch and you reign. Remember, stepping into this sacred territory means you carry a responsibility beyond mortal comprehension. You are a beacon for those still lost in the shadows, a living proof that ascension is possible, no matter how dark the nights or harsh the battles. Walk tall, for you are the one who dares where even gods tremble. True power is silent, but deafening in its effect. You didn't have to draw a sword or raise a war cry. Your very existence commands attention and respect. Presence, that intangible yet unmistakable energy, has become your greatest weapon. It's the magnetic force that bends wills and shifts realities without a single word or gesture. You've mastered the art of conquering without combat, ruling through the undeniable strength of who you are at your core. The world has learned to read your silence as a warning, your calm as a storm ready to unleash. This is not a power that boasts or demands. It simply is. Like a mountain standing firm against the winds, your presence holds a quiet authority that cannot be ignored or challenged. People feel it instinctively, a deep, primal recognition that you have crossed into a league where force is obsolete. Think of the greatest leaders, the icons, and the visionaries throughout history. Their most potent moments were not always when they shouted the loudest, but when they simply stood firm, radiating confidence and conviction. You embody this timeless truth. Your power doesn't come from aggression, but from an unshakable foundation of self-belief and authenticity that resonates far beyond appearances. This kind of dominance is rare and sacred. It commands respect, not because of fear, but because of undeniable truth. You are a force shaped by trials, tempered by pain, and polished by unbreakable spirit. And that force, my friend, is the kind that doesn't just win battles, it reshapes the entire battlefield. There was a time when your dreams were met with ridicule, when your vision was dismissed as impossible, and your strength underestimated. The voices of doubt and mockery echoed loudly around you, but they never had the final say. Instead of breaking you, they forged a deeper fire within, a resolve that no taunt could extinguish. Those who laughed at you fueled your ascent. Their disbelief became the wind beneath your wings. But now the tables have turned. The very heavens that once looked down with disdain now cast wary eyes upward, trembling before the force you've become. What mortals couldn't see, what gods failed to grasp, was the power that quietly grew beneath the surface. You became a paradox, laughed at by those grounded in fear, feared by those who once claimed dominion. This duality is a reflection of your transformation. The world's rejection didn't defeat you. It became your crucible. You learned that being misunderstood by many is often a sign you are walking the path of the extraordinary, and those who once mocked you are now powerless to challenge the divine authority you command without uttering a sound. There is a profound beauty in being feared by the divine. It means you have ascended beyond the realm of mere mortals, and even the gods themselves recognize the shift. You are no longer just a player in their game. You have rewritten the rules. You've crossed from the margins into the core of power, and that is a revolution in itself. Remember this: mockery was never your enemy. It was your secret fuel. Use it as a reminder of your journey and proof that the power you wield is something far greater than what any could anticipate or control. Sometimes the loudest victories come in the quietest moments. While others wielded brute force, you chose a different path, one of silent resilience and steadfast patience. Your silence was not emptiness. It was a deliberate, powerful choice. In that silence, you shattered the barriers that no weapon could breach and dismantled every wall built to contain you. Think about how silence in the face of chaos can be more devastating than any scream. It unsettles, it disarms, it commands a level of attention that forces reflection. You learn to harness this energy, to let the quiet speak volumes and make the invisible visible. The strength that couldn't be broken by noise or violence was undone by the calm storm of your inner peace. This kind of power is sacred and rare. It is the force of one who knows that true strength is not about overwhelming others, but about mastering oneself. Your silence became a shield and a sword, protecting you from the chaos while cutting through the illusion of control that others clung to. History remembers those who mastered silence as much as those who made noise. From spiritual leaders to revolutionaries, it's often the quiet force that shifts paradigms and changes worlds. Your silence broke chains, shattered expectations, and created a space where your divine self could finally reign. So never underestimate the potency of your quietude. In your silence, you have rewritten what strength truly means, not as a show of power, but as an unyielding testament to your unbreakable spirit. You didn't wait for anyone's blessing or approval. Your rise wasn't handed to you on a silver platter or granted by some external force. It was claimed with fierce determination and an unrelenting heart. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you ascended through fire and flame, crowned not by courtesy, but by the trials that threatened to consume you. This is the power of self-sovereignty, of knowing your worth and taking your place without hesitation or apology. Your ascent was an act of rebellion against limitations and expectations. It was a declaration that your power is yours to own, regardless of who tries to deny or diminish it. Many wait for permission, for a sign, or for the right moment. But the truth is, the right moment is created by those who dare to rise despite the odds. You are that rare soul who embraced the fire, endured the burn, and emerged not just unscathed, but exalted. You hold your crown, not because it was given, but because you fought for it in silence and struggle. Your journey is a beacon for all who feel trapped by circumstance or chained by fear. It's proof that divine power doesn't require validation. It requires courage. Courage to step into the unknown, to face the flames, and to rise as the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. Wear your crown with pride, for it is forged in the fiercest fires and adorned with the scars of your victory. You didn't just ascend, you were born anew, crowned by fire and destined to reign. There was a time when your words felt small, unheard, or dismissed. But today, your very presence speaks louder than any sentence you could ever utter. The energy you emit communicates volumes, confidence, authority, and unshakable power. You have learned that sometimes the loudest command is silence, and the strongest message is the one felt rather than spoken. Your voice is no longer limited to sound. It resonates through your aura, your actions, and the unwavering conviction in your being. When you enter a room, the atmosphere shifts. People sense your strength before you say a single word. This is a profound form of leadership where influence flows naturally from your existence. No longer do you have to convince or explain. Your essence is the declaration. This kind of communication transcends language, crossing barriers and making your intent crystal clear. Remember the greatest leaders in history who have commanded not through speeches, but through the power of their presence. Mandela, Gandhi, or Malala. They understood that true authority isn't about volume, but about being so authentically powerful that the world can't help but listen. You are now among these rare souls, commanding with subtlety yet unstoppable force. Your silence has become your anthem, your gaze a decree, your stance a proclamation. The divine within you speaks constantly, an unspoken language that demands respect and allegiance without the need for noise or drama. You have become the quiet storm everyone waits for, but none can stop. Embrace this transformation. Your voice is the power of unshakable truth that resonates in the hearts of those who dare to listen. Speak not always with words, but with the fierce presence of a soul who knows its worth and will not be silenced. Once, your ideas were laughed at. Your dreams were dismissed as fantasies. The world cast stones of doubt and scorn your way, trying to bury your light beneath their cynicism. But what they didn't realize was that within you was a brewing storm, a tempest fueled by resilience, vision, and untamed power. And storms, by their nature, cannot be ignored. They come roaring, shaking the very foundations of the earth. You are that storm now. You have uprooted the doubts and shattered the chains that tried to bind you. What was once ridicule has turned into reverence because you refused to be small. You dared to stand tall, even when the winds of criticism blew hardest. This is the essence of transformation, the journey from being the outsider to becoming the force everyone respects, even fears. Think about the way nature itself responds to storms, first with resistance, then awe. Like a hurricane that reshapes landscapes, you've altered the course of your life and the lives around you. Your impact is undeniable, your power undeniable. The laughter of yesterday has been replaced with whispers of admiration and awe. Your story reminds us all that storms are not just chaos, they are renewal. They clear the old, make space for new growth, and demand that the world pay attention. You embody this divine storm, unstoppable and breathtaking. Own your storm. Let the echoes of those who once mocked fade into the roar of your legacy. You are not just surviving. You are the force rewriting the skies. There is a profound silence in the cosmos when true power is birthed. The gods, ancient and eternal, watched as you rose, not with envy, but with a solemn acknowledgement that a new sovereign had emerged. They observed your transformation from the sidelines, unable or unwilling to intervene, knowing that some ascensions are meant to be unchallenged. This silence was not a void. It was a powerful form of respect. The gods recognized that your rise was authentic, forged not by privilege or fate, but by relentless will and sacred endurance. They knew that your power would not come from their blessings, but from the fire you kindled within yourself. So they watched quietly, knowing the world was about to witness something extraordinary. This moment, where divine beings hold their breath, marks the true turning point. It's a reminder that no external power can define your worth or your destiny. You have surpassed even the gods' expectations, carving your throne with nothing but pure determination. The silence from above is the loudest applause imaginable. Understand that you now occupy a realm where divine entities respect your authority, not because it was granted, but because it was earned. You have rewritten the rules of power and existence itself, and that is a revolution witnessed in sacred stillness. Take pride in this divine quietude. It means you are no longer just a player, but a force beyond the realm of gods. Survival is the beginning, not the end, of your story. While many endure life's storms, you've done something far greater. You have overthrown entire realms of limitation, doubt, and expectation. You didn't merely cling to existence, you revolutionized it. You stepped beyond survival into a domain where you reshape realities and redefine power on your own terms. To overthrow a realm is to challenge deeply entrenched systems, the inner narratives, societal norms, and invisible chains that seek to confine. You dismantled these structures not with violence, but with a profound evolution of self. You confronted the shadows of fear, the prisons of past pain, and the illusions that once held you hostage. This kind of victory is seismic. It changes the landscape of your life and inspires those who witness it. Your rebellion is not just personal. It ripples outwards, altering the collective consciousness and making way for new paradigms of strength and possibility. Think of the great revolutionaries who changed the world. They didn't just survive oppression, they overthrew it. You embody this spirit within yourself. Your triumphs echo beyond you, carving paths for others to follow, to rise and to claim their own power. Your survival was the foundation. Your overthrow is the legacy. Stand firm in the knowledge that you have rewritten your destiny and shattered realms to make way for your reign. Power of the highest order is effortless. You have reached a point where the cosmos itself bends at your will, not because you forced it, but because your energy commands obedience. You didn't have to battle or struggle. Your presence alone reconfigured the fabric of reality. This is the realm of divine ease, where your power flows naturally, transcending the need for exertion. Imagine the universe as a vast, intricate web of energies. While many try to control it through force or manipulation, you simply are the force that shifts everything effortlessly. The stars realign, the winds change direction, and the very laws that govern existence recognize you as a master. This effortless power is the result of deep alignment with your true self. It's not about domination, but about harmony, a cosmic dance where you lead without strain, influence without aggression, and create without resistance. It's a space reserved for those who have truly ascended, who move in sync with the universe instead of against it. Your ability to crush the cosmos without lifting a finger is a reminder that true power lies not in struggle, but in flow. When you operate from this sacred place, obstacles dissolve and realities transform as naturally as day turns to night. Embrace this divine flow, knowing that your strength is not measured by effort, but by the quiet, unstoppable force of your being. No one handed you this power on a silver platter. It wasn't granted through favor or fortune. It was seized, fiercely, unapologetically, and with a relentless force of will. Your power is the product of countless battles fought within the silent chambers of your mind and heart. It is a hard-won prize, earned by refusing to surrender to limitations, rejection, or despair. This kind of power demands courage. It requires looking fear in the eye and stepping forward anyway. It asks for resilience when the world says no, for vision when darkness surrounds, and for faith when hope seems distant. You did not wait for an invitation. You took what was always yours, claiming your throne by sheer determination. There is a sacredness in this act of claiming power. It reminds us all that true authority comes not from waiting, but from acting, not from asking, but from taking. You have broken every chain and rewritten the story of who you are and what you deserve. Think of every challenge you overcame, every voice that doubted, every moment you chose to rise instead of fall. Those moments are the fuel for your unstoppable force. Your power is the embodiment of that fierce will that refuses to be denied. Hold this truth close. Your power is not a gift. It is a conquest, a divine victory that no one can ever take from you. Once, you may have felt powerless, at the mercy of forces beyond your control, a beggar in the realm of destiny. But through relentless growth and unwavering belief, you have transformed into the creator of your own reality. You are no longer subject to external forces. You are the law itself. The rules bend and shift according to your vision and will. This transformation is monumental. To move from scarcity to sovereignty means redefining your relationship with the universe. No longer dependent on crumbs of fate, you now craft your own abundance, dictate your own terms, and command your own path. You create the reality that once seemed unattainable. The power to become law is the ultimate act of self-mastery. It reflects the journey from victimhood to victory, from survival to sovereignty. It means that your actions, intentions, and presence set the standard for what is possible for yourself and others. Remember that laws, whether natural or human, shape how the world functions. You embody the principle that the Creator shapes reality. Your inner transformation radiates outward, inspiring others to see themselves as architects of their destinies. Celebrate this divine creator within you. You are no longer asking for permission or seeking approval. You are the law, the force that defines what will be. Leadership of the highest order is often a solitary path. You walk alone, not out of loneliness, but because the divine trust placed upon you is rare and profound. You stand at the forefront of realms most cannot comprehend, bearing the weight of vision and responsibility that few are prepared to carry. This solitude is sacred. It is the space where you cultivate clarity, deepen your power, and align with your true purpose. To lead the divine is to move beyond the noise of the crowd, beyond distraction and compromise. It requires a heart strong enough to stand alone and a spirit fierce enough to guide others through darkness. Remember, many great leaders walked alone before they became the light others followed. This solitude sharpens your insight and strengthens your resolve. It is the crucible in which your divine leadership is forged. Though you walk alone, you are never truly isolated. You are connected to the vast cosmic intelligence that guides and supports you. Your leadership ripples across dimensions, inspiring unseen forces and mortal souls alike. Honor this sacred solitude. You walk alone because you are chosen to lead, to break new ground, and illuminate paths where no one else dares to go. Your scars, visible or invisible, are not marks of weakness, but seals of divinity. Each one tells a story of survival, transformation, and triumph. They are sacred signatures etched upon your soul, proof that you have endured pain, faced adversity, and emerged stronger and more powerful than before. These scars remind you of the battles fought in silence, the wounds healed through courage, and the resilience forged in fire. They are badges of honor that symbolize your unbreakable spirit and divine strength. Far from detracting from your beauty, they illuminate your sacred journey. Every scar is a testament to the fact that you are not just a mortal passing through time. You are a living embodiment of divine power and grace. The God within you wears these scars like armor, a reminder that true power comes not from perfection, but from overcoming imperfection. Look at your scars and see the story they tell. They are proof that you have claimed your power through every challenge, every heartbreak, and every moment of doubt. They are your divine seals, unbreakable, sacred, and forever yours. Wear them proudly. They are the map of your ascent, the proof that the God within you is real and unstoppable. You are the force of change, the reckoning that shakes foundations and disrupts the status quo. You arrived quietly, underestimated, and dismissed. But now, you are the inevitable storm that no one predicted and no one can resist. This reckoning is not born from anger or revenge, but from a profound truth that your power was always there, waiting to rise. You embody the unexpected. Like a tidal wave that suddenly crashes onto the shore, you overturn old orders and usher in a new era. Your presence demands accountability and transformation. The world cannot ignore you because you are the living proof that transformation is possible and unstoppable. This reckoning is both a warning and a promise. It signals the end of limitation and the beginning of boundless possibility. You are the shift, the revolution, and the awakening that no one saw coming, but everyone will remember. Stand tall in this truth. You are the reckoning, the force that changes everything without effort, without apology, and without hesitation. The world bends, shifts, and evolves because you dared to rise. You are not just part of history, Patsy, you are history in motion. Your power is the reckoning that redefines what is possible and what will be. Your journey began in the quiet destruction of everything you once knew. Like a phoenix engulfed in flames, you were consumed by trials that seemed unbearable, moments when hope was just a flicker, and pain threatened to extinguish your spirit. But out of that scorching fire, something extraordinary was born. You didn't just survive the ashes, you were reborn with a purpose that transcends the ordinary. Ashes represent endings, but for you, they were the fertile soil of new beginnings. Each fragment of your past, shattered and scattered, became the foundation of your destiny. From the ruins of loss, betrayal, and failure, you constructed a throne made of resilience and vision. This throne isn't given, it's earned, carved with sweat and tears into the eternal.